And already a great blessing comes by the very intention of coming and being in service, of the very intention of walking the path of light. And with each and every intention, each and every step towards the soul pulse, the higher parts of yourself that call to you, as you make the effort and strive, as you bring forth the intention to try, as you move in the direction of the calling of the higher ideals of yourself, the higher visions that come into your mental focus, the higher lofty feelings and sensing that moves through your emotional body, giving you glimpses, igniting memories of that love of which you are and come from. It is that love, the frequency of boundless, unconditional love, the highest source power in the universe and beyond, embedded deep into your body temple codes, embedded deeply into the emotional body and the mental body to impress upon you the higher dimensional expressions of your soul. And as you encounter, experience, and for so many, a purpose-driven life, a life, even as you come into the veils of forgetfulness, yet there is a distant memory, a distant reckoning, a distant recalling. And as the glimpses of these higher parts of yourself, these glimpses of a higher dynamic beyond the gravitational pull of the earth, beyond indeed the local solar system, even beyond that in the great suns that move around the great galactic mother, and even beyond that of a universe of universes. That there is a magnificence and a cosmic story that is embedded deeply within your beingness. As pieces of this story are embedded in the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual expressions of yourself. And it is like a great jigsaw puzzle that somehow you put these pieces together to remember, to ever be that child of light that seeks the fullness, that seeks the higher guidance, that transcends the constrictions and parameters of a physical, mental, and emotional world, of a three-dimensional density, of the lower vibrational frequencies, but yet part of the vibration of all life. And it is this sensing of the higher frequencies and vibrations that as you steady the mind, as you bring the emotions into balance, and as you honor the physical temple, as these parts of yourself come into a harmony that connects you into the higher expressions of your own divine selves. And as you have glimpses and touch this It is the journey to bring it more into fruition into your day-to-day life, beloveds. It becomes a way of life. And as it becomes a way of life in your journey of your spiritual path, your spiritual promise, your spiritual purpose, distant embedded cosmic memories begin to surface. Indeed, it is deep within your own DNA. And indeed, it is in the DNA, dormant at the moment, but waiting to be activated, ready to become online. And as your commitment to your path, that distance, that soul reckoning, beckoning, calling, pulsing, as you choose to make known the unknown, as you move beyond your fears, as you navigate through the challenges, you become more enlightened, more emboldened, more powerful, more guided, more directed, more corrected, and more connected. And there comes a time, beloved, that that connection becomes more anchored even as you walk a physical, mental, and emotional world, never being disconnected. And so together, the Ami Shaddai, the family of light on so many realms, expressions of the divine dimensions and frequencies, come together in a great divine singularity, a distant promise, a distant commitment, somehow through the cosmic waters, deep into the cosmic memory. You touch those parts of yourself that are beyond this earth, beyond indeed the solar logi, beyond that of the great suns of the galactic mother. Indeed, beyond that into the upper worlds, into the paradise worlds, into the worlds of Shambhala, into the crystalline matrices of an ever expanding creational life, one that you are part of, and in the highest of the upper world expression of the divine, of the great Azalith worlds, the great emanations of the Ein Sof or limitless light, of the embodiment of the compassionate heart, the compassion, the unconditional love emanations from the source. As you breathe each and every single holy in-breath and out-breath, indeed the memory of each breath and out-breath is that of the divine. For all things have the in-breath and the out-breath, for it is the cosmic in-breath and out-breath that creates, evolves, that expands. And with each and every single in-breath and out-breath, as you remember, you breathe the breath of Brahma, you breathe the breath of the divine. It moves in and through your nervous system. It moves into the very blood crystals of the blood, pumping through your beating heart that's in rhythm with the divine sacred earth. It is your compassion and the ability to hold light and unconditional love that has you here upon the earth, has you here upon the gravitational pull within the 7 expressions of the earth, not simply the physical one. For indeed, it's been many of you that have come into the earth knowing to come in carnation after carnation after carnation, as a higher service to the divine, as a willingness to come and to be that light, to be that love, to bring in the frequencies, the higher frequencies of raising life forms into the higher vibration beyond a fallen world of duality, miscreations, distortions. And indeed, beloveds, we say to you, as you move upon the beckoning of the soul, is the reminder of who you are and the magnificence of what you are and what you've come upon this planet to do, and what you have done and what you'll continue to do until the divine plan is established, until the mission is completed. For it is your devotion and love of the divine, of the eternal Father, eternal Mother. And so you come time and time again, and you come and perfect more and more, and you learn more and more of schoolhouse earth. Fine-tuning, perfecting, building and building, so that indeed you accomplish your divine purpose and mission for being here from the beginning until fulfillment and ascension individually, collectively, globally, and universally. And it is in this striving that you realize that you are not alone, for the myriad of radiant ones are around you, thrilled and happy that that reconnection is coming in, that the threading of the higher parts of yourself and all that that is connected to is coming into the realization, even as you walk a physical, mental, and emotional world. And it matters not that you are bound by the thoughts of others, but you are in alignment of the higher thought of your own divine self. And it comes uniquely to you in your particular expression, because, beloveds, only you can do what you can do. But as you stay on your purpose, on your mission, as you follow the soul pulse that calls you, you meet others along the path that do the same, and together your lights combine and create indeed a new sun. In fact, you co-create on massive scales, indeed new worlds. And you are as a sun to other life forms, as the higher sun is a light to you. For you hold the divine similitude, you hold the divine connection, and you are the divine co-creator, beloveds. And when you come into the realization of who you are and what you are and the impact you hold, as the great ascended masters, you become aware and own the divine power that you have, using it for the higher good, using it with purpose and full engagement at all times. For your life becomes a living meditation each and every moment. You are never not connected to that higher part of yourself as you strive towards that. as you hone your skills, as you expand your consciousness, as you embed yourself in the frequency of higher light, as you bathe yourself in unconditional love, as you continue to strive and try and try and try, as you move beyond your fears, as you go beyond the challenges that will be there, but in those challenges you found strength. In those challenges you find vision and purpose and a higher commitment. And as you do, you find as the path gets more narrow, but yet you live a miraculous life. And your service goes boundlessly throughout the cosmos. And you literally have the cosmos at your fingertips. You have access, beloveds, to a wider range of life and creation and frequency. And as you expand your own consciousness, even as you walk upon the earth, you discover more and more. You become more assured in each and every step that you take. You become empowered. You begin to acknowledge the divine that is within you and connected in the higher realms, for it is one. You move and align into that frequency. There is a great recalibration. And as you have seen the ascended masters who have indeed walked upon the earth, as in many other celestial planetoids that have made known the unknown, to move beyond a world of constriction, manipulation, miscreation, that there is something greater, something more, and that is what you strive for. And as you do, beloveds, as you bring more healing into yourself, as you bring higher awareness to yourself, as you bring higher light to yourself, you contribute to the world. You contribute to the human kingdom that has forgotten its role as the great guardians, that has forgotten its divinity in the higher realms, indeed its image of the divine, in a convoluted, misdirected, miscreated, energetic complex. But the time of the great rising of the in-breath of the divine is here. And as the ex-breath has gone out, so now there is the great cosmic in-breath, calling home the children of light, calling on the children of the earth who have not forgotten. And in the calling in of the coming home, those skills, those dormant capacities now begin to reactivate, now begin to become online. For indeed, your mission, your purpose, your commitments, your partnerships, now coming into the fullness as those promises kept, that each and every step that you take, beloveds, to bring in the higher parts of yourself, to be of service. And whether it is in the physical incarnation you find yourselves in, or beyond a physical incarnation, yet part of the gravitational pull of the earth, you are in service. And as you are willing, as you are moving to that soul pulse, that each and every time you experience divine sacred grace, that you begin to remember the sacredness of the breath, that you begin to commune with each and every kingdom of the earth, that you sense the emotional beings of the animal kingdom, you sense the teacher and healer in the plant kingdom. You sense the knowledge and the history of the mineral kingdom, to where now you become the great sage. You become the great teacher. You become the great guardian. And as we are here now, beloveds, in this frequency, with the myriad of the radiant ones, there is the vision of the one divine eye that comes forward. It is an eye that you have seen in your life, glimpses of it. And it is indeed that you have this divine eye of the eternal macro eye. And as you now breathe in alignment with the intention of seeing the divine eye, specifically the portal known as the pupil of the eye, and that is the focus. And as you see this black hole that goes into the soul, as you see yourself as radiance, there is a beckoning to move in deep into the divine eye that you hold within yourself, that is part of the eye of the cosmos. And you see that this circular black hole leading into a grand and majestic frequency portal of light, yet you cross through the darkness to get to it. But it is your own radiant light that allows you to see the steps, for you hold it within. And there's a beckoning, and you move into the darkness. And as you move into the darkness, individually, collectively, you discover it is your own radiant light that lights up this void of all possibilities, of all potentials, of all creations. And as you observe, you sense and feel that there are the divine eyes, multitudes of them, gazing upon you. A gaze of love that is unconditional, a gaze of admiration, a gaze indeed of gratitude. And you feel and you sense a joy and a peace and a balance that is beyond measure. And you are comfortable in this space. All fears or concerns just go. And you see the magnificence in this portal of all possibilities, of all creations, of all combinations, of all intentions. And we know that it is here, that the higher vision exists. That we come here to claim our power, our memory. And we simply observe the space that we are in and feel and sense and know the energy that pours in now. And we embrace this. We sense it, we feel it, and our hearts are open in great gratitude for this cosmic blessing and grace that flows. And it is the place of the cosmic Christ, the cosmic Maitreya, and known as many, many names. It is the higher mystical path of opening and understanding, a higher layer of the love and possibility of the divine within us and around us. And so we simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath and experience this. And we experience it as the children of earth, the children of light who have not forgotten. For as we hold it in our bones, we hold it for our earth mother, we hold it for all the kingdoms. So we simply experience this, acknowledge it, and every fiber of our being is alive and vibrating to this great unconditional experience of love and unlimited light and all possibilities of all creations and combinations. We simply breathe and be, knowing as we experience this, as we move beyond the threshold, that we bring this to our sacred earth and beyond. And so we simply allow this experience and we breathe consciously. And even as we sense and know and experience the higher frequencies in this great portal of all possibilities, as each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath is sacred, and we feel ourselves and all parts of ourselves respond in all the frequency bands and layers, dimensions and realities of which we are a part. And now the thought comes for the return, for there is much for us to do in our fulfillment of mission and purpose upon the earth. And so with that, we glance once more. We sense, embrace, and feel this frequency of unconditional love and all possibilities in this void portal of the divine I. And so we find ourselves now where the energy begins to step down and all the radiant ones begin to draw in their electromagnetic field, and we automatically know we are to do the same. And as we bring our attention to our physical, mental, and emotional body upon the earth, as we understand that this experience is forever upon us, empowered us, imbued us, and this divine grace and blessing will continue to remain. And we make a mental note to think of it before we go to bed or upon arising in the morning, to give it an intentional fuel, if you will, as we go about our day-to-day activities, ever tethered to this divine experience. And so now we prepare ourselves, even if we may want to stay in this state of perfect balance and peace. We know it exists. We know it is real. We imprint this upon our consciousness as we begin to come back. And on the count of 3, we will be back awake and anchored to the earth and grounded. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3, we are back, alert, and we are grounded.